Well, an agency is nothing more than a service-based business where you exchange a service and someone pays you money for that. A sales agency is a business that focuses on selling a service of sales. Now, what does that mean? Well, companies have a couple ways they can sell their products. They can either figure out how to sell them themselves, or they can hire people to sell for them. But if they aren't able to hire people that can sell for them effectively, then they have to hire somebody that can build the system or the process that does. Insert the sales agency, the people that help unblock or unrestrict the company's ability to figure out how their product fits into the market, and we charge a premium for that. Some examples might be financial services, where someone has a great investment product. Maybe it's a specific type of real estate deal, maybe they're an investment fund or an insurance company, and they have an amazing product, but they're just not sure how to sell it to the market, or they don't have the manpower or the labor to be able to sell it. And that's where they will go out and look for a sales agency, someone who has people that are ready to hire or can help them hire and train people to be able to effectively make revenue from the product that they have. And that's where the sales agency comes in. But the beauty is that if you've been a top producing salesperson, you already have the skills of a sales agency. And in the beginning, it can start as just you and eventually grow into having a team of employees or other salespeople around you that help you sell. There's three models that we've seen work best for building a sales agency. The first one is what we call in-house sales operations. We're actually going to come into a business and hire salespeople for that company and build their internal SOPs and documents for running their sales department. The second model that we've seen is what we call hybrid training and placement, where me as a sales professional might have a community of trained salespeople that I will then sell either through recruitment fees or sell my time as a trainer to an existing sales team to be able to increase their performance or place in top producing salespeople. The third type of model is what we call outhouse sales operations, where I actually have my own sales force of commission only or salary plus commission salespeople, and businesses come in and out kind of renting agents as they need, and I manage the availability. This is the model that's the most complex. The first two are the ones that I'd recommend you put your focus on. Now, the biggest thing that separates a sales agency from all other types of agencies is that you're not trying to sell to everybody. You're trying to focus on maybe 2 to 3 clients where you can go deep and provide a high quality service, where you lead and develop salespeople that continue to hit their quotas and grow the company's revenue and get paid not only a fixed fee, but a revenue or percentage of all of the money that you create for your client gets paid to yourself in the form of a revenue share. Some examples of these are going to be a member like Liam, who was able to partner with some online coaches, helping them grow their income. In exchange, he was getting paid a fixed fee each month from his clients and also was getting a percentage of all the top line revenue. And using that model, took himself to consistent $40,000 to $50,000 months, the highest earning months he'd ever seen, more than he ever made in cash commissions as a closer. Another one of our members, Andres, was able to see success with a hybrid training and placement, where he has his own community where he teaches salespeople how to sell or makes good salespeople better and places them inside of companies, occasionally charging a retainer or ongoing fee to be able to step into companies to train and overhaul their sales department. Now that you have an understanding of what the model is and how it works, how do you pick your niche? Well, this is a great question. It's a place I feel a lot of people get stuck. What I want you to do first is write a list of the niches that you hate. And why do you hate them? It's probably because you had a bad experience or spent a lot of time working in them. And the crazy thing is, the niches you don't like are often the best niches to be in, but you don't need to start there. What you pick is an industry that you already know, whether it's insurance or SaaS or coaching or B2B products or industrial equipment. All of them are viable spaces as long as you are working as a salesperson, or these industries typically sell their products using salespeople. From there, you want to look at maybe which one of these industries have the least amount of systemization, if there is any systems. And what I mean by that is, are there industries that already have really defined best practices, such as insurance agencies that are really sales heavy businesses or organizations where pretty much everything is SOP'd? You want to look for companies where maybe everything is done a bit differently across all the businesses in that market. Because when there's not a standard way of operating, there's value in bringing order and creating a standard way of operating, which is a way that you add value as a sales agency. Now, another thing to know about picking your niche is that you are not locked in your niche forever. For example, one of our success stories, Andrea, was originally working with remote coaches and influencers, but now has his largest paying client in the payment processing space. Another one of our members, Josh, was working in AI and financial products, but now is partnered with a health tech company. So it's totally possible to pivot industries, even if it's not the industry you have experience with. It's a little bit different to be able to make that jump and convince a company as a sales agency of the value you can add if you've never been in that industry before. But it is definitely possible.